Bob Arum is massively angered over the scores of the Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall rematch, and we're going to talk about that right now. This is what's hot in the world of sports on Power Grind Sports, where we dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. We talk about the biggest names in sports and entertainment. The boxing world was crazy excited because Bob Arum is just, oh man, he's a breath of fresh air. Now, if you don't know, and I'm certain that you do know, Bob Arum is a legendary Hall of Fame promoter. He voiced his outrage over a controversial scorecard in a highly anticipated rematch between Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, right? Now, it went down at the First Direct Arena overseas. Now, the fight ended with Catterall securing a victory, but the scores were so wide. And when Bob Arum heard those scores, oh man, when I tell you, he snatched that microphone and started just, letting people know what he was thinking. Yeah, he had to do that right there. Okay, so now let's think about the fight. Talk about the aftermath for all this right here, right? Now, Jack Catterall, he's 30, right? He delivered what I'm going to call a commanding performance over 12 intense rounds. He clinched the victory, but this was the scores, though. 117-111, 117-111, and then 116-113. Now, Eddie Hearn, who promotes Catterall, he thought that the scores were a little wider than what he expected. Now, back in 2022, Taylor, 33, he was controversially awarded a split decision over Catterall. And, but this time, though, top-ranked Arum, he was ringside in England. And he was massively angered, and he feels as if Taylor deserved to win. Now, what he said is, look, I saw the fight like everybody else saw the fight. And he grabbed the mic, he was yelling this, he was mad. When I tell you this dude was mad, he was mad. He was, look, I saw the fight like everybody else saw the fight. Those scorecards were a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And he was saying that, he feels sorry for Josh Taylor because he thought that Josh Taylor had won, but those scorecards were out of this world, ridiculous. And he was like, look, that's a lesson. I will never, ever allow an American fighter to come here and let the British Board of Boxing Control or Boxing Board of Control, I don't know, the British boxing people score the fight, because those scores were horrible, man. When he said that, I was like, oh man, it was pandemonium. Because what happens is, you over in other people's country and you saying things like that, then what happens is that you offend other individuals just because you didn't get the score that you feel was deserving. And hey, like I said, Eddie Hearn, he felt the same way, and he's been promoting Matchroom Boxing, forever. You know what I'm saying? Now, he said that the Scottish fans won't be happy. Of course they won't be happy because, Josh Taylor is from Scotland. You got what I'm saying? So, hey. And he also said, like I said, that the judges' scorecards were too wide, but the winner was spot on. He felt as if Jack Catterall won that fight. He closed the show in great fashion. He dominated the first 6 rounds. This is what Eddie Hearn is saying. He was like, look, I love Scotland, but justice was served tonight, and that's for sure. He also said 2 years ago, this man should have been undisputed world champion. And it doesn't matter because tonight he wins but he should have belts around his waist because that was a brilliant fight. The first fight was a bit of a stinker. Oh man, it was funny when he said the first fight was a bit of a stinker. When I tell you, I laughed like crazy because I live in the United States. So some of the sentences and some of the slang and some of the terminology that's used in the United States and then used overseas is different. So it sounds funny to Americans who speak English, you know, than when compared to, I guess, English people who speak English, you know, because Americanized English is completely different than English all around the world. This is just what I've noticed. This is just what I have noticed. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but it made me laugh so much. Oh man, I hope that you thought it was funny as well, because man, when he said a bit of a stick, oh, I laughed like crazy. And I totally agree. I thought that Jack Catterall won the first match. I thought he defeated Josh Taylor, but they gave it to Taylor, and hey, that's just how it is. But one of the things that Hearn did say is that the third fight is a big fight, but Jack Catterall deserves to be a world champion, and that's got to be the focus right now. And he was talking about how deep the 140-pound division is. You got Subriel Martinez, you got Leon Paro, you got Devin Haney, you got Sandor Martin, you got Pitbull Cruz, you got Teofimo Lopez, you got all these monsters of a champion, and all these champions who got mandatory challenges, and these mandatory challenges are very difficult as well, because Devin Haney has a mandatory of Sandor Martin, and Sandor Martin is very good. This dude is really good. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh. And then Subriel Martinez, he's getting ready to fight Leon Paro, and who knows what's going to happen in that, because both of these guys are really good. The 140 division right now in boxing is really stacked, and it's not even up for debate. It's just not up for debate. Now, this is going to be a very crazy rematch because, you know, who's going to judge it? You got what I'm saying? They already got this gigantic rivalry. You got what I'm saying? That's what I really like about them fighting in part 3. These guys really do not like each other. They just, I don't know why, but they hate each other. And I'm telling you, a trilogy fight has to happen. But right now, I think Catterall is going to try to move on and challenge other top contenders because he is trying to get a belt. You got what I'm saying? But let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Bob Arum's reaction and him fiercely criticizing the scorecards for Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall? I know the rematch is going to be, that trilogy is going to be crazy. He called the rematch a disgrace. Now, Catterall did win, but Arum felt that Josh Taylor deserved the victory. Of course, Eddie Hearn did not agree with Bob Arum, but he did acknowledge that the scores were a little too wide for his comfort. You feel what I'm saying? What is next for Jack Catterall? What do you think? Leave it in the comment section. Look, who do you think he's going to fight in a 140-pound division? It's very difficult for him to win because it is a stacked division. Hey, it just is what it is. But this is what I'm going to say. Controversy is always going to surround the scoring system in boxing because people, from a spectator perspective, people, they just looking at what they think is, good or what they think is bad. But there's actual 3-point judging criteria that makes it where judges make these decisions on who scored more. So if you haven't been a referee, or if you don't study boxing and know these criteria, then sometimes it's like, hey, it is what it is. And if so many people are so critical and they're so good at judging, then people need to become part of the sport. Join the sport, become an official, start officiating and judging these matches, become a referee, become a judge, start studying the game so that, better judges can be out there. Since you're such a good judge, then guess what? Hey, be a good judge. You feel what I'm saying? Look, I'm getting ready to get out of here, but I got to give you a positive moment of motivation. So look, man, boxing is life and life is in boxing. So in life, just like boxing, there are going to be moments when the outcome don't go your way. Don't go as you expect. Sometimes the expectations that you have don't match reality, right? And controversial decisions, they happen in life. And setbacks, they happen in life. All of those things are a part of your life journey. But the key is to remain resilient and focused on your goals. Always focused on your goal. I'm telling you, man, Jack Catterall, hey, he got focused. He had to get focused. He had to do what he had to do. And guess what? He got Taylor out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. When I say get him out of there, I mean he got the victory, not got him out of there as in the knockout. Because most of the times when I say get him out of there, I mean a knockout, but he didn't get that. You got what I'm saying? But I will say this. Use every challenge that you face in life as a learning opportunity, and every single day I want to challenge you to strive for excellence. You feel what I'm saying? Excellence in everything that we do. You feel me? But hey, that's just how it is. Those are my thoughts. But I'm saying stay dedicated, trust in your own ability, and I'm telling you, just push forward. Handle adversity with a level head. Don't be all mad. Don't be getting all out of control and speaking all too emotional. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Bob Arum is like 92, 93 years old. Hey, he can be as emotional as he want to be. You know what I'm saying, man? Shouts out to Bob Arum, the old OG. You feel what I'm saying, man? Good gracious. That's just how it is. Look, leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Bob Arum's reaction? Look, turn your dedication into domination. Power Grind Sports. Stay on the grind. Peace.